City of Lawrence, we welcome all of you to Lawrence City Hall. Thank you all of you for coming. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Mayor Brandon Peña, City Mayor of Lawrence, Massachusetts. Please, big round of applause. Thank you so much. Mary McCloney, Executive Director of the Massachusetts Office on Disability. Ivan George, ADA Grant Coordinator of the Massachusetts Office of Disability. I believe our State Representative Frank Moran, is he around? He's on his way, thank you. Estela Reyes, the State Representative on her behalf, Legislative Aide Laura Whelan. Francisco Paulino, the State Representative for the state. Is he all right? Thank you. I believe also we have today Stephanie Infante, Vice Chair of Lawrence City Council. Claudia Hoyos, Acting Chief of Staff from the Mayor's Office. We also have City Councilor Anna Levy. Paul Insulito, Register of Northern Access, Register of Deeds. We also have our Chair, Martha Velez. Thank you all for coming, all your staff. Thank you for making this possible. Pamela Casey O'Brien, Access County Register of Probate. On her behalf, Jenny Atarian, Assistant Register. Our Provincial Chief of Police for the City of Lawrence, Mr. William Castro. Mauro Mazoka, Assist Technology Coordinator to Massachusetts Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Dominic Lawrence, Area Director to Massachusetts Rehabilitation Commission. Also, Matt Pellegrino, Chief Executive Officer, Northeast Independent Living Program. Vilma Martinez Dominguez, CEO, Executive Director to Greater Lawrence Community Action Council. We also have Mr. Paul Insuleto, Register of Deeds. Thank you for coming. Mr. Joe Badalaco, thank you, and your son, thank you for being here today. Thank you. Gabriela Espinola, We Care from We Care 365. And I believe also Ms. Raquel Quesada, Chairperson for the Massachusetts Developmental Disabilities Council. And of course, if I have not mentioned any name, thank you all for being here with us. Please bring a round of applause for all of you. We're proud to have you here. We're happy all of you have you here. Thank you so much. At this time, I will pass the mic to Mr. Richard Rodriguez, for who I please, let's welcome him with a big round of applause, Mr. Richard Rodriguez. Thank you for your time and all your hard work you do for the people with disabilities in our city of Lawrence. Thank you, all of you, and thank you for being here.
Good morning and welcome to celebrate the special occasion of us receiving this grant that will help us to make City Hall more accessible for people with disability. Now, this week was a difficult time for me. I did not come with a prepared speech because it has been 1 year since my beautiful wife passed away. And so that I've been a little distracted. But I would like to explain why I took the job as ADA coordinator. One, I'm classified as a person with a disability. I'm partial deaf, and I have a speech impairment, as sometimes you tell, and other disabilities. So one of the reasons I took the job is because I have a compassion for it. I understand what it is to be disabled and to be discriminated against. And another reason I took the job because last year my wife was very ill. It was great to work close by home, 10 minutes away. So I used to go home every lunch and bring her lunch and eat lunch together. I miss that. So that's another reason. The third reason why I decided to take this position is to work with a great person, Mayor Brandon Peña, who's also compassionate, caring, and understand what it is to be a person with disability. We get that. He get that because his daughter also has a disability. She's deaf, who I have known for many years too. Now, during my time, I've been having difficult decision whether I want to continue as an ADA coordinator, because one of the main reasons I took the job to be next to my wife, but she's no longer here. And I have been over many jobs, but I look at the job what I'm doing. I love it. I love working with the people. And most of all, I love working with the mayor that has understanding for people with disability. And I have been working as a disability rights for years, and I have worked with many mayors, and Brian is one of the first mayors that I know who never said no to me. So, that's right. It's like me, when my wife asked for something, I couldn't say no. So when I asked the mayor, let's do Disability Month, something is happening all over the states and the country, he said, yes, let's do it. This year, for the second time, we celebrate Disability Month. It was a great event. When I asked the mayor, we don't have an active commission. I need your support to seek new candidates and reactivate the commission. He was there. So at this time, we have 7 members to the Lawrence Commission on Disability. Now, this particular grant that we applied, always been there, and I always wanted to apply, but somehow the prior administration always said no, no, no to me. But this mayor, when I asked him, I want to apply for this grant that would benefit people with disability, once again, he said, yes, go ahead and apply. So that's the reason I'm willing to stay here and continue my work as ADA, because I do have a great partnership with the mayor. I got some issues to take care of, but we have a great relationship. So let's talk about this grant very quickly. It's $275,000, and through the Massachusetts Office of Disability. And specifically, today you will see City Hall not that much accommodating for people with disability. Next year, when we get the other grant, so the Massachusetts Office of Disability will see City Hall more accommodation. Next year, you will see signage for people who are deaf. You will see the bathroom would be accommodated for people on wheelchair. And if you have gone to City Hall, we have what's called customer service transition deaf table. It's not in compliance. So next year, when somebody with disability comes, we will have an accommodated transition table for them. We also earmark money to hire ALS. As you can tell, we have one right there to accommodate people who are deaf. So as you can see, this grant accommodate people who are blind, who's deaf, and who's wheelchair bound, and accommodate others with disability. So with that, I would like to share, although I wrote the grant, it was a true partnership, particularly a partnership with the mayor, DPW, the Lawrence Commission on Disability, and other many organizations. When I asked them for the support, they were there to write the grant. So today is the product of that teamwork. So I particularly like to thank the Massachusetts Disability Office for the full confidence to trust give Lawrence $275,000. For that, I'm grateful, and I'm thankful that you trust us with that money. So once again, I'd like to welcome everybody here. Thank you for being here. And I know we forgot other people, or particular one organization that has been recognized is Deaf Inc. So I'd like to recognize the representative. Yeah. So once again, thank you and welcome, and let's join this celebration, which is a celebration for Lawrence and for the people with disability. Thank you. The next speaker is, I have to say, is my favorite friend, my best friend, the Mayor Brian DePena.
Thank you everyone for being here. I want to say thank you, Richie. Richie is the right person for the right job. Because the more important in your life is when you do the job, but you enjoy, you have a passion for that the job. And that's Richie Rodriguez. That's the reason he said, never I said no. Because when he called me for any meeting, I know he provides better service for the disability community. And that's the reason when he called me, Mr. Mayor, I need to have a little appointment. It's only 2 or 3 minutes. I said, every time I said yes because I'm ready. I'm ready for say yes. Because he improved the quality of life for disability community. And that's very important. He said, he mentioned it, I have my daughter is disability, and his husband, and he's a more important person in my family, my daughter, because I have 7 kids, but and sometimes the community, not only in Massachusetts, because for many years living in New York, don't provide 100% service, quality service to that community. And that's the reason I support 100% any service the City of Lawrence in his capacity offer to that community, the disability community, sorry. Welcome to the City of Lawrence. I continue improving the quality for that community. Thank you so much. Thank you for continuing to support that community.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Now, our next speaker is Sheehan, the Lawrence Vice President. Okay. Our next speaker after that is Representative Frank Moran. He indicated he's on his way. Is he here? Oh, okay. Mr. Representative, the speakers are you. Yeah.
Mayor, I think Richard said it best. This was a team effort. When he decided to apply for this grant, he did the right advocacy. Because of you, $247,000 came to City of Lawrence to help people with disability. Let's give him a round of applause for that. But he took the initiative, he saw the need in our community, and he reached out to the right people. And for us, I mean, in the House of Representatives and the Senate, we take that very seriously. We work on policies to help people with disability. I had a brother, and I have a little niece. the both. When I see what my parents went through with my brother, and I see what my sister went through with with her daughter. So I see the need in our community, especially in a community like ours, where information is not readily available to us in our language. The city of Lawrence is 90% Latino. Think about that. 90% Latinos. And if you don't have the proper information, proper resources to help you navigate that situation, it is tough. You as parents become your biggest advocate for your loved ones. And if you don't have this resource to take care of that situation, it is tough. I saw my mom did it, and I see my sister doing it right now. So it's not easy. So I want to thank you. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank I think you said the DPW as well, who was involved. I want to thank the DPW director as well for getting involved. I want to thank my delegation. I can't do it alone. I have a great delegation. Representative Reyes, Representative Paulino is here, and Senator Piano. The four of us worked very hard as House of Representatives to make sure that this grant made it here today. So thank you.
Now, during my presentation, I forgot to mention one particular group, and that is to thank the state delegation for their support.
Richard, I got it. I'm not sure. Sorry, I came in a little late. I was at another event earlier. I was running up the stairs. So I have a citation from the governor, Maura Healey, to Richard Rodriguez. Let me do this picture. It's what happens when you turn 50. You need reading glasses. All right. Richard, on behalf of the residents of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I'm pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation in recognition of your dedication to the goals of equity, access, and inclusion for all residents and visitors with disabilities in the state of Massachusetts. It is signed by Maura Healey and Lieutenant Governor Kimberly Driscoll. Congratulations. And I also have one for each individual member. I'm not sure if you want me to go say the names. Are they here?
Yeah, go set,
All right. I know it's a long. Where's Francisco? Francisco. Where's Representative Paulino?
Yeah, four of them.
So Daniel, Ruben, I'm going to do one now, I'm going to walk over there. Dejania, Haley, Jose Luis, Joan, Joan, and Sarah. Congratulations and thank you for your services.
So now, with your permission, I would like now Mr. Mayor Brian Independent to recognize a few people here today. Mr. Mayor, please. Thank you. First name is Ruben Gonzalez. Daniel R. Rasuk. Thank you. Kathleen Griffin. Sarah Saldana.
She was here, she went back to work.
Tejania Nunez. Richard Rodriguez. Johan Pinochado. And last but not least, Jose Luis Rodriguez. Okay, thank you. So we're gonna do a picture now. So, Mr. Richard, you may proceed now with your program. Thank you.
Once again, during my introduction, I forgot to mention a very important partnership, and that with the Lone State delegates. And I'd like to thank Representative Frank Moran, Representative Francisco Polino, and Representative Estela Reyes. And I'd like to thank Senator Pavel Verano. They were there for us to advocate, and they wrote a strong letter of support for us to get the money. And for that, I thank you all. Now, crazy. They were still calling me. Okay. Now, on behalf of the City Council, I'd like to ask our large Anna Levy to come and say a few words on behalf of the City Council.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Richard, congratulations. I know, and I'm a member of the City Council, as many of you know. I need to say congratulations to Richard, so I don't know how many times. I know Richard for many, many years. And we have been working together, you know, always looking how to improve the city of Lawrence. Principle with people with disability. So Richard and his wife, they always has been people or a person that not just only they never looking like the benefit by themselves, but are looking for the benefit of others. I never asked Richard for something like we have some problems, and I'm so glad that we are getting this grant. When I started as a city council, the city had been sued by the Department of Justice because we were not in compliance with the ADA. We formed a committee, and I asked Richard to be part of the committee, and he said yes. Today, we have improved with the help of Richard most of the voting locations that were not in compliance with ADA. Thank you so much to all the people who participated in getting this grant. We need to continue improving and giving the opportunity to those the free franchise, you know, those people who really, really need our attention, that sometimes we put things in a side. No, they are part of our community. They are part of our life. They are part of all of us because they are the ones that really, really need our help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilor Anna Levy, and she's right, we have known her for many years. And so it's a pleasure to work with her on issues involved with disability. Now, I have to disagree with you when you say congratulations to Richard Rodriguez, because it's not just congratulations to me, congratulations to everyone here who have been there for me to help me to get that grant. So congratulations to everyone. Now, I do believe it takes a village to raise a child. So this is the village, and the disability population is the children. So that's what I believe in. So now to our next speaker, we saved the girl for last, and it's my pleasure to know her and to work with her in many issues involving disability. I need my glasses. I have to read her name. And because of my speech impairment, I hope I apologize in advance. Wait, before she comes, let me recognize Paul Anchella because he has a proclamation to present.
Thank you very much, Richard. On behalf of the Registry of Deeds, I'm so happy to be here today and congratulate you, the mayor, as well for appointing you for all the hard work you do. So on this memorable occasion, I just want to congratulate Richard for being the City of Lawrence's American Disability Act coordinator and obviously working to achieve the goals of equity, access, and inclusion for all residents of the City of Lawrence. And thank you for all you do, all the state reps, the city councilors, and of course the mayor, because you all really care about everybody in the City of Lawrence. So congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, back to the agenda. So our last speaker is one of the most important speakers, and she is for the Massachusetts Office on Disability, the second director. Her name is Mary Mahar Macaulay. Did I pronounce that correctly? Okay.
Buenos dias. I love the Spanish-speaking population. I didn't know it was 90% in Lawrence, so it's pretty cool. And good morning, for those that don't know any Spanish. I was in Columbia in 2017 and I loved it. But anyway, back to Lawrence, Massachusetts. As Richard said, I'm Mary Mahan Macaulay, and I'm the Executive Director of the Massachusetts Office on Disability. And it's really a pleasure to be here in Lawrence. I'm not real familiar with Lawrence. I grew up in Quincy, in the South Shore of Massachusetts. But I was appointed in 2019 in the fall to be the Director of Mass Office on Disability. And this is one of my favorite programs. We have multiple programs within our agency, which I'm not going to get into today, but I just want to discuss more on the Municipal ADA Improvement Grant. Now this grant has been going up Okay, sure, thank you. I'm used to working with interpreters, and sometimes I speak like a Bostonian, which is usually pretty quick for most of us. The Municipal ADA Improvement Grant begun in 2017, and I'm really happy to know that through our current administration, through the powers that be within the Commonwealth, that the grant will even be going up another $1 million when it opens again this spring. We're changing the dates so that the opening will be in the spring as opposed to it's usually been in the summer. So watch your emails. It will be $5 million. So that would be wonderful that we can share with municipalities all over the state. So the highest that we do the highest grant amount is $250,000. So Lawrence, this grant came in right under that at $247,000, as you heard, and it's wonderful. So thank you, obviously, and it is a team. It does take a village to do these things. I'm sure there were many individuals that worked on putting the whole grant together. We asked for a lot of different information, and I think it's for a wonderful cause. This is the first time I've been in this building, but this building will be more inclusive for all. And it's universal access, or universal inclusion, that's so important. And as we discuss people with disabilities, the framework around the grant, the framework that we're discussing today, is that it will benefit individuals with disabilities. And the important thing I believe to add to that is accessibility features, whether they're involved with programs, policies, architecture, buildings, really make things accessible for all, because most of us, we can age in place, and as folks get older, it's one of the disabilities that you can grow into. One of the minority type categories, folks that feel marginalized to a certain extent, often those individuals within certain subcategories of folks, can't jump from one to the other, but everyone can become a person with a disability, because as you age, that increases. It also, as we talk about transition counters, where you do transactions, isn't it nice that a person that's a wheelchair user can just go right up to the counter with need clearance space and be able to pay their real estate taxes, or be able to talk to a person in this building. That's very important. And also, they may have a child, right? Here's a real side thing. Now, your child is much shorter, and when you're standing at a regular counter, the child can't see anything. If your child's with you and you go up to this counter, they know what's going on. And it's nice to get kids involved with civil, public, understand that community is where everything starts. So accessibility for people with disabilities is critically important to me. I worked for the Massachusetts Rehabilitation Commission for 30 years, and again was appointed to this position by the previous governor, Governor Baker, and have continued under Governor Hill. And it's not just for disabilities. I always think that's really important to mention, because so many of us benefit. Whether it's a curb cut, you push a stroller, you broke your ankle, you're on crutches, you need to use a walker for 3 weeks, whatever the case may be, that curb cut is extremely advantageous. So most of what's done to make a building accessible for people with disabilities is making it accessible for people, period. And that's truly important. So probably the city of Lawrence, and it's really nice to be here. Coming here this morning, I've met so many different people, and it's really nice. And there's a great feeling here, and it's like the strength of the Latino community is fun. It's really there's a warmness. I've met a lot of different people, and been shaking hands. I don't remember everyone's title, but it's really an honor, and I want to thank your mayor, thank the Commission on Disability, all of the individuals that have spoken, Representative Moran. I actually yesterday I was at a restaurant having lunch and bumped into, not literally, I did not bump into the Lieutenant Governor because of my license, but I saw the Lieutenant Governor and Kim Driscoll, and she actually, I told her about this event, and she said that she loves the City Hall. She thinks it's a beautiful building, very architect, the architecture and such, and I told her about this, and clearly, the administration, they're true believers in equality, inclusion, and access. And this is, this grant is one of the ways that we do it. But if the cities and towns don't apply for the grants, they can't get the money. But luckily, Lawrence did. Lawrence has this money, and which is wonderful to make these changes in the building. And, you know, whether it's architectural access, as I said, access to programs, changes to policy, reasonable accommodation requests for employees or for people that live within the city. All of those things are critically important, so everyone can be served. And that's really what it all comes down to. So, again, I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't want to go over. I know we probably have gone over the schedule. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you to all of you. And I'm really looking forward to coming back when all the work is done and checking out the changes, the adjustments, and what you've done in the name of inclusion for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Second Director. I left one person out of just very quickly to recognize the members of the Lawrence Commission on Disability. That person is Dan. He's the Vice Chair of the Commission.
Good morning, all. On behalf of the Lawrence Commission on Disability, I want to welcome everybody. We want to thank the state for choosing Lawrence as the recipient for this generous grant. Mayor DePena, we appreciate how your office worked to provide ADA Regis with the information needed to apply for the grant, and of course, ADA Regis, we want to, for all your hard work applying for this grant. Renovations to our City Hall will provide a building that welcomes and accommodates all its residents. Thank you. These renovations will help for many years.
Thank you, Richard. So we want to thank you all of you for joining us today. At this moment, we will ask, we're going to do a group picture of my left side hand. If you could please come this way, because we have, I believe, more people here, so we can do the picture now. We, at this time, conclude our ceremony. We want to thank all of you for coming on behalf of the Mayor, Brandy, and the beautiful residents of this great city. Thank you all for coming, and God bless you all. Thank you.